Hey guys, welcome back to the Hope with Jonathan podcast. Hey guys, I'm Jonathan Traylor, 4-year kidney transplant recipient. Hey guys, I wanted to come and talk to you guys today around the subject of 5 points beyond life beyond kidney transplant. Okay, so 5 points for life beyond kidney transplant. And if I sound a little rough today, the reason why is because I've been fighting COVID. If I do sound a little bit gravelly, or if my voice doesn't sound quite right, the reason behind that is the fact that I have been fighting COVID, but I'm on the backside of it, guys. Still just a little bit congested, but I'm going to be okay. I'm going to get through this, guys, just like I've been through a lot of worse other things that I've been through in this life. And I'm going to get through this moment with COVID. But listen, guys, I wanted to bring you guys this special podcast. Haven't released a podcast in quite a few weeks due to the fact of just other things going on in my life that have been super busy. Or, like I said, I have COVID, so I've been kind of sick underneath the weather. But I hope everyone's been doing really, really well. Again, guys, on August the 11th, I surpassed 4 years living with a direct donated kidney transplant. So I'm just super, super proud, super excited, super pumped that, I'm just still rocking with this, you know, uh, direct donated, kidney transplant, which is huge for me. Very blessed individual, very grateful individual. So, guys, listen, I wanted to come to you today and bring you guys this podcast to encourage you guys, talk to you guys today about some of these points. And I think I would like to start with, go ahead and list these and start with number one. And I hope you guys will stick around for all 5 points. I think they're very valid. And guys, this is what's worked for me. Now, I can only express my story. I can only talk to you guys about my story, my experiences with chronic kidney disease, kidney transplant, dialysis. Other people's stories may differ from mine, but this is my story. And so this is my time to share. You guys may have different feelings. In no way, shape, or form is this reflect on or expression of anyone's other's opinions. Doesn't mean that my opinion's correct. And no way, shape, or form is this a diagnosis. Again, guys, we're going to go ahead and start with number one. This is what's worked for me, guys. Number one, I want you guys to think about surrounding yourself with a positive community, whether that would be family, friends, church, community center, wherever you could reach out and find yourself surrounded with positivity. What do I mean by that? Well, what I mean by that is, maybe you could find a group that actually meets once a week, or somewhere that you could go and actually share with others. Or maybe, you guys have the internet now with Zoom and these type of software programs that you guys may be able to meet via the internet and share with other people and share with the community and talk to them about your issues, whether they're chronic illness related or whatever your issue may be. Maybe you're going through depression. Maybe you're going through a life traumatic issue or traumatic event. You need to talk with someone. You definitely want to surround yourself with positivity. Cancel out everything that's negative around you. You want to have positive affirmations. You need to have positive people surrounding you, people that will encourage you, people that will listen to you, people that will give you insight, people that will speak life into you. You need to be surrounded with positive community. And the reason for this is when you're battling a chronic illness such as chronic kidney disease, kidney failure, on dialysis, even kidney transplant, you need a community. You need people to talk to. It's not an easy life. It's not a simple situation. And you're going to need to lean upon your community in times of trouble, times of need, times of question. So surround yourself with positivity, guys, a positive community. This is what's worked so well for me. Support groups. Like I said, support groups are huge. That's surrounding yourself with a positive community. Get yourself a mentor. Mentorships can be huge, help you out definitely when you have questions. Surround yourself with a positive mentor, positive support group, positive community. I can't say this enough. I really can't. I can't say this enough, guys. And guys, you may hear me pause here and there for a quick drink. I hope you guys won't be too judgmental on this podcast, being the fact that I've been, battling COVID. But again, guys, with this situation, I wanted to bless you guys today with this podcast. Number two, guys, I'm going to read this statement to you. I came up with this, and maybe it's my own, maybe it's original, maybe it's a thought that I had, or maybe I read this somewhere. But healthy routines produce healthy outcomes. And I'm sure that's not original to me. I probably picked that up somewhere. But healthy routines produce healthy outcomes. So after you have your kidney transplant, or maybe you're battling kidney disease, maybe you're currently on dialysis, maybe you're on the wait list. So this could be 5 points for all of the above. But right now we're talking about 5 points for life beyond kidney transplants. Again, guys, you're talking to a 4-year survivor with a kidney transplant. So people out there that may come across this podcast, maybe you're waiting on a kidney transplant, or maybe you just received a kidney transplant. All this stuff is going to be viable for you. Okay, but healthy routines are going to produce healthy outcomes. And right now, you are currently a product of this state. Okay, so if you've practiced healthy routines, you should be yielding nothing but healthy outcomes. But obviously, for especially in my case, I didn't always produce healthy outcomes because I didn't always have a healthy routine. I was lacking in exercise, lacking in watching my diet, lacking in going to the doctor, lacking in doing my lab work, lacking in so many areas that I wasn't producing any healthy outcomes. I was only producing negative outcomes, unhealthy outcomes. So if I was you, after kidney transplant, after you start feeling better, you need to produce some sort of healthy routine, meaning, i.e., an exercise routine. If I was you, I would start off small. I would start walking like maybe a quarter of a mile to half a mile a day, and build from there. So like walk that half a mile for like a week, or maybe even two. You're going to find out that you're going to start wanting to build your strength. After about a week or two of doing that half mile, maybe stretch it to a mile and keep pushing yourself from there, and so forth and so on. You get to about a month of walking a mile, maybe you want to push yourself. You want to start walking 2 miles, and the small victories, small wins are huge. So, it took me like 3 years, I think, of walking before I could walk like 3 to 5 miles consistently. When I first started walking, I was doing like half a mile. And I thought I was really doing something when I was walking like half a mile or even a mile. And then I realized, that I could push myself more, but it took, and this is the key word, it took time. Takes time to build healthy routines. It's not something you're going to do overnight. AKA a routine, something that you're going to be doing every day. It's not going to be an overnight success. So healthy routines, meaning things that you're going to be doing over a course of time. You're going to be doing them over and over and over again. It's a repetition. Healthy routines are going to produce healthy outcomes, meaning that if you put the time in, you put the work in, you invest in yourself, you're going to yield good things, okay? Healthy outcomes. So if I was you, I would develop a healthy routine, exercise, a healthy routine of continuing to surround yourself with positive positivity, positive community, positive people, continuing with your health care, continuing with, diet, continuing with, overall great practices that are just going to yield healthy outcomes for you. Okay. Number three, you got to find what works best for you. Okay. You guys, you are your only one that knows what's best for you. And you're the only one that knows what works for you. Okay. You got to be bold about it. You got to speak up and speak loudly. If something's not working for you, if something's not, you know, you don't have a good feeling about it, you got to speak up about it. You got to be bold, speak loudly, speak up, and let people know. Look, this ain't working for me. So you got to find what works best for you. So maybe you get to feeling better, you get to producing along around maybe like the 1 year mark, and you think you want to go back to work. Some people go back to work earlier. I'm just telling you what works best for me. I didn't start working again until about a little after 1 year mark. I had to find what worked best for me, and I went into delivery driving. You know, I had to kind of reinvent myself, so to speak. So but the only way for me to do that was trial and error. I had to go try. I had to go try these new jobs to see what was going to work for me. So when it comes time for you to start getting the feeling like you want to go back to work, or you want to find a job, or go back to your career, you may find that what you were doing before is not going to work for you. So you may have to end up doing a career change. And sometimes it's not an easy, that's not an easy step. But you got to find what works best for you. You got a new organ in your body, and you want this organ to last. And if your job is creating way too much stress for you, even though financially, it may be tough for you to move to another job, you got to think about the long term and the long haul. So you got to find what works best for you. And like I said, you and your body, you guys are the only ones that know this. You and your body, your body will speak to you. Your body will let you know whether or not this is working. And so you got to be bold about it. You got to speak loudly. No one's going to speak up for you. You are your own best advocate. And as cheesy as that sounds, and as redundant as that sounds, I mean, I've heard it so many times, but it is true. You have to be your own best advocate. All right. So we're going to go on to number 4. I'm going to grab another drink, guys. I will tell you guys, this wave of COVID has been a tough one for me. This one's been a doozy. It's not been easy to get over. It hit me pretty hard. But, like I said, guys, this is the way I practice things. I always try to speak positive affirmations. That takes us into number 4. So point number 4 is going to be to speak positive affirmations over your life and believe. Never give up on the thought that good things can happen to you. And never give up on hope. I'm going to say that again. Never give up on the thought that good things can happen to you. Never give up on hope. So I'm speaking to people right now. There's a possibility that some of you are on the waiting list, or maybe you're on dialysis. You're going to have all kind of thoughts in your head. The chair time can be the worst sometimes. You're sitting in a chair, the dialysis center, you're going to have thoughts come in your head that are unbelievable. And you think you're the only one to have them. Sometimes their most negative thoughts can come into your head, crazy stuff. You're not going to make it. You're not going to survive this. You're going to be a statistic. You have to start taking control of that. And the way that I did it was I would speak positive affirmations. And I'm a believer. I believe in Jesus Christ. So I would quote scriptures. I would pray. I would sing songs in my head. I would speak life over my body. I would speak positive affirmations. I would speak things that I knew that would cancel out those thoughts. And like I said, guys, I'm a living testimony of never give up on the thought that good things can happen to you. Whenever I experienced my near death traumatic event with chronic kidney disease, kidney failure, no back education on kidney disease whatsoever. Showed up at the ER, crashed into kidney failure, survived that, left there, went on dialysis, no education on it. Went to the store, bought all my new groceries, gave up things cold turkey, and started my new life all within just a couple of weeks. And, 13 months later, after that, almost 14 months later, I got offered a golden ticket I was direct donated to. But during that 14-month period, had I not spoke positive affirmations over my life, and I gave up on the thought that good things could happen to me, and I gave up on hope, I would not be sitting here today. I had so many just negative thoughts that came into my head. You're not going to make it. You're not going to survive this. And I had to learn how to speak the positive affirmations. If you don't know what positive affirmations are, you definitely can Google it, and you will definitely find out what positive affirmations are. I'm going to leave you guys with this today. Number 5, don't lose connection with your medical team, okay? Many of you out there, after you receive a kidney transplant, you're going to start feeling better, and you're going to think that maybe you can go a little laxed on, your medical treatment. I want to encourage you not to do that. And you're going to hear me take another drink here. I want to encourage you guys not to do that. Now, here's the reason why that we don't want to do that. Your kidney transplant is still new. Even in my time of being a 4-year kidney transplant recipient, my kidney is relatively new as well. And even though I'm at 4 years, there's people out there that have survived 20, 30 years with a kidney transplant. And the one thing that I can pick up on that these guys have had huge success with is continue to be consistent. And also the key is to stay within your routine, and we've already discussed that. And, and these guys are always positive. We've discussed that. And, continuing to just stay within your healthy routine. And an unhealthy routine is definitely being lax with your medical team. So you want to definitely stay connected with your medical team. I can tell you right now, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now, 4 years celebrated, without my medical team. Have I had bumps in the road with my kidney transplant? The truth of the matter is, yes, I've had a few bumps in the road when it comes to my diabetes care, because after my kidney transplant, my sugars definitely increased. Okay. When you have a working kidney, your kidney is going to function well, but it stores the sugars differently. Okay. When you have dialysis, the sugars are being washed out of your body, your blood. They're being washed out, so that you're able to control your sugars a little bit better with dialysis. Kidney transplant is a little bit different. So, and then with the all the medications that you have, you may see an increase with especially if you have diabetes. And so you have to learn how to manage that. And, I've had some ups and downs with that. And I've had medications that I take that, have allowed me to put on some weight. So there's all kind of factors and things that can happen during 4 years with a kidney transplant. So, you have to Maintain connection with your medical team so that you can find out exactly how to treat that. And everybody has to work together. So the endocrinologist has to work together with my kidney transplant team. And, and then my primary care physician, he has to also work with my kidney transplant team. And he also has to work with the endo. So, all three of these doctors have to work together in order to have success. But again, guys, this goes back to number 2, healthy routines. You can't expect to have great outcomes, healthy outcomes, without healthy routine of staying in contact with your medical team. So the way that I've been able to be successful with 4 years of a kidney transplant is definitely not losing connection with my medical team. It's very important. Continue to do your labs when they tell you. Come in and see them whenever they tell you. Try not to miss any appointments. And just continue to do those things. And I think you'll be successful with life beyond kidney transplant. It's very, very crucial for you guys to figure all this stuff out very early on and get a good mindset that you're going to take care of yourself. And the way that you got to do that, because you are going to have days that you wake up and it's going to be bad days. Okay, you're gonna have your normal bad days. You're gonna have your normal stuff to happen during life. You're gonna have your car's going to break down. You're going to get sick with other things. Like me right now, I have COVID, so you're going to be sick with other things. There's going to be other things that happen in life, just everyday things. And you cannot let that stray from the path of your everyday routine. And part of your healthy routine too is taking your medicine. You got to take your medicine and take it on time. That's part of your healthy routine. And I don't know how I left that out, but somehow I did. But I'm adding it now. So you got to get a mindset that you got to take care of yourself. And at times it's going to sound selfish, but you got to, your health, it trumps everything. Your health is, comes first. So you have to figure out, how you're going to balance all of this. The number one thing at the end of the day is you have to make sure that you are taking care of yourself. Because if you're no good, you're no good to anybody else. So these are some points, guys, that I feel like are valid for life beyond kidney transplant. And so I hope these 5 points have resonated with you. I really appreciate all the support for Hope with Jonathan podcast. You guys have been simply amazing. I love you guys. We're going to be back with some live interviews as soon as we can get done with this COVID. I've got some people coming up that I'm scheduling. We're going to be getting our podcast fired back up with interviewing other people. Got to get myself completely well, obviously. But listen, guys, it's going to be an exciting time. Stick right here at Hope with Jonathan. We're going to be creating more and more content, more and more podcasts are coming your way. God bless you guys. Remember, never give up on the thought that good things can happen to you. Never give up on hope. Also, guys, healthy routines produce healthy outcomes. You are currently a product of this statement. Where are you at? Do you have healthy routines? Because unhealthy routines are definitely going to produce unhealthy results. 5 points, guys, for life beyond kidney transplant. Be sure that you find what works best for you. Surround yourself with positive community. Speak positive affirmations over your life. And definitely, whatever you do, do not lose connection with your medical team. God bless you guys. I hope you guys have a blessed day. This is Jonathan.